Hi everyone, this is Julianne Victoria of Through the Peacock's Eyes. Welcome to my channel. This is the video series for the Uranus and Taurus transit for each astrological sign. Now, Uranus did enter Taurus last May of 2018, but he retrograded back into Aries, and he officially enters his long-term stay in Taurus in March 2019. Now, he will be there until April 2026, except from July 2025 when he moves into Gemini, but then he retrogrades back into Taurus in November 2025 until April 2026 when he officially moves forward into Gemini. So for these readings, so they will be my Astro Tarot Scope / Oracle Scope. So going along with the unconventional energy of Uranus, I've picked out, I've actually already done it and prepped the decks, a different deck for each astrological sign based on the energies I was feeling. And then I actually went through and redid it because I felt like the energy shifted. So I have the decks all shuffled and prepped for you. I will shuffle a little more on screen. While I am shuffling, I will discuss the Uranus transit in your sign. And you can listen to these based on your sun sign, which is my focus. You can also listen to them based on your moon sign, if that's very strong for you, or your rising or ascendant sign. And this is coming from the Western astrology perspective, if you're wondering. I did make a video discussing the how and what to listen to when you listen to general Western astrology horoscope. So I'm going to link that on screen here towards the end of your video for your sign. Because sometimes if you're listening to your ascendant or rising sign, it can be off, and that depends on the degree of your rising sign and how your house lays out. So I'll link that video on screen if you want to check it out. I think that's all I wanted to say here. Again, I'll be using either a tarot or an oracle card deck for your sign. I will do a 3-card spread. Discuss the astrology while I'm shuffling, and then do the tarot or oracle card reading for the guidance that you need for your sign for this very long-term Uranus in Taurus transit. All right, everyone, thank you for watching and enjoy your Astro Tarot / Oracle Scope. Hi Aquarius, welcome to your Astro Tarot Scope for the Uranus and Taurus transit, and Uranus is transiting your 4th house. 4th house is the house of home, family, property, mother, ancestors. Property includes, if you rent, you don't necessarily have to own. And Uranus brings in unexpected events, sudden changes, sudden decisions concerning these matters. And there's a very loud airplane going by. Hopefully it's not too loud. Also unconventionality, unconventional ways of living or decorating your home. So the Uranus energy could be coming from you. So you may decide, hey, I'm going to paint my house hot pink or something, or I'm going to decorate my home in a unique way or follow feng shui principles. It could be sudden changes within the family dynamics as well. That can be positive, that could be negative. It depends on each individual's life and your chart. It could bring in sudden new family members, like a sibling suddenly gets married, or a parent suddenly gets married, or just sudden changes somehow in the family dynamics. And when it comes to property, it could be, let's say you're renting, and one day on a weekend you just happen to pop in some open houses, and the next thing you know, you've bought a home. Like, it happens really quick. So all sorts of unexpected events, surprises concerning home, family, and property. Okay, that is the transit energy for you, Aquarius, for this 4th house. Uranus transiting Taurus in your 4th house. Let's see what advice, guidance, God, Spirit, the universe gives us from the tarot for this transit for you. Okay, so I'm doing a 3-card spread. Okay, And for your tarot portion, I am using the Housewives Tarot. And just as I was finishing up shuffling there, I was getting the energy because, you know, Uranus, it could be sudden happenings and changes that are out of your control or not your decisions that trigger more change. And I was getting the energy of like, suddenly you have to move home for some reason, or suddenly something changes with your home or property, whether you're renting or you own, and you have like a sudden move and needing to change where you live. Now, it is a 7-year transit. It's not going to be happening constantly those 7 years, but it may happen sometime within that 7 years. And it depends on what planets you have in your fourth house as well. Okay, so I say that because the third card I laid here is the Tower. And the Tower is, I mean, this is the Housewives Tarot, so it's a Jello mold, right? It is about a sudden, often sudden change of the structures in your life. So I feel like this is affirming kind of what I was feeling while I was finishing shuffling there, that you might have to suddenly move for some reason. Yeah, like you might have to set some of you, this is not going to be applied to each and every Aquarius watching, but some of you, like, you may have to suddenly move for family. You may have to suddenly move because of family. I'm not really seeing like homes being destroyed kind of thing where it's like, you know, your house burns down. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But it's like just things outside of your control or your decision triggering you to make a decision to move or change your home. But I feel like it's connected to a family member. So for some of you, it may be you suddenly decide to move and take care of an ailing parent, or suddenly, let's say there's an unexpected marriage in your family. Someone gets married and they move into the home and you decide to move out. This, of course, depends on how old you are. Or your apartment that you're living in, the complex, suddenly gets sold by the owner and you need to find a new home, those types of things. So there's a sudden and an enhanced sudden energy with the Tower card coming up here for you concerning like where you live. And for some of you, it can be you just suddenly waking up one day and being like, you know what? I don't like living here. I'm going to move. And you go look at a new apartment or something the next day, and next thing you know, the next week you're moving. Like, it can happen really quickly. Okay. Now, the first card I laid here is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is, I'm getting a little bit of frustration energy, headache, literally headache energy, feeling stuck. And you can kind of see the housewife here is tied to a sword holding food down. This is sort of a whimsical deck. And I felt an urge to pull that for you, sort of like a playful, whimsical deck. And I think it's because even these sudden changes, as enhancedly unexpected as they might be, you're not going to take it all quite so seriously. It's sort of like, okay, well, so-and-so's moving in and I don't want to live with them, and that's my opportunity to move because I wanted to move out anyway. You know, that kind of energy, like whatever this is, or it could be, you know, even if it's something like you decide to move to take care of an ailing mother or parent, there's the whimsy, the sort of like, okay, well, I kind of wanted to move back to my hometown anyway, and I couldn't figure out how it would happen, and now I get to do it. It's that sort of energy. So it's like, it's not heavy, it's lighter. And the Eight of Swords energy here, I feel like, I almost want to say this gets resolved. If you've been feeling stuck in some way, stuck where you live, stuck concerning a family situation, stuck concerning, you know, I kind of want to say like a family argument that's been sort of like stuck on hold, no resolution. There will be sudden resolution, sudden freeing, sudden opportunities coming your way concerning family, family issues, dynamics, or home and property. Like this, you get suddenly freed from this. Okay, so if you're mentally been stuck on something like that, or you are in like 5 years, because again, this is a 7-year transit. This stuff can play out anytime during this transit. Just when you think there's nothing you can do, or there's nothing that can happen, it boom does. Okay. Now the card in the middle, the second card we have here, is the Six of Pentacles. And this is a card of success. It is great success. And, you know, we have the kid, this is Halloween. He's dressed as the devil and he's got this plate of cookies. It's also a card of generosity. So, one, whatever this is, whatever gets shooken up, sudden changes concerning home, family, property, where you live, family dynamics, whatever that means for you, it will turn out successfully. And as the card of generosity, you know, if you're stuck because you're like, oh man, I want to move, or it could be something like, I'm thinking of, I need, you know, some money to help start this project, or I need money to put a down payment on a home, there will be someone generous to help you out. Whether it's a family member, this could also be, you will find the loan, you will get the finances you need to help you with this big change. I do kind of want to say where you live, but it could be other types of property as well. Even vehicles, cars, large pieces of property, land, a boat, if you have one or want to get one, that's involved here. So the generosity, the money will be there, whether it's a gift from a family member or a loan that you get for property, for a down payment on something, it'll be there. So the headaches will be resolved. You will suddenly be freed and realize, oh, I was over worrying about that sticky situation, whatever that may be. All right, Aquarius. Yeah. Again, there's not heavy energy here. Whatever might be racking your brain, you aren't, or you will not take it all so seriously, and the sudden changes, even if it's a traditional tower-like event where it seems like everything's falling apart, it will actually lead to new building, new growth, new wonderful things. There is growth energy underlying all these readings for all the signs. I'm not supported here by your Six of Pentacles. So again, if there's like major tower, sudden surprising destruction, tearing down of something in your life, it will lead to new growth. It will lead to success. Okay, Aquarius, thank you for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I'll see you back here soon.